إن الحمد لله نحمده ونشكره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه نثني الخير كله عليه نشكره ولا نكفره ونخنع ونترك من يكفره اللهم إياك نعبد ولك نصلي ونسجد وإياك نسعى ونحفل نرجو رحمتك ونخاف عذابك الجد إن عذابك بالكافرين ملحق وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له يحيي ويميت وهو حي لا يموت له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين وتركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك الحمد لله الذي أعلى مراتب العلماء وجعلهم ورثة الأنبياء. Brothers and sisters, greeting of Islam is Assalam. I'm going to greet you with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Since we are in the week of this, the school season is going to start within 2-3 days. The first khatib, Imam Yaser, Birjas, Jazallahu khair, he gave very nice khutbah about how to go back to school and what is the value of the science and the ilm in the Muslim Ummah. I'm going to summarize what he said in the first khutbah, then I'm going to move, inshallah, to some of the guidelines and some of the tips that helps the parent, that helps the teachers, that helps the student, inshallah. Imam Birjas summarized the khutbah in the education. The purpose of education is to link the kids and the student to Allah subhanahu azza wa jal. Is to make them aware about Allah subhanahu azza wa jal. Is to make them know what is required for them to be a good Muslim and to be a good citizen. That's the purpose of the education. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Hadith Sharif says, "Ittaqillaha haythu ma kunt." Fear Allah subhanahu azza wa jal wherever you are. واتبع السيئة الحسنة تمحها واتبع السيئة الحسنة تمحها وخالق الناس بخلق حسن. There is three way of having a benefit of the education. One is to link the kids and the people to Allah subhanahu azza wa jal. Two is to know how to behave, the right of the people around them, good manners and good akhlaq. And third is within ourselves. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran al-Kareem said, يَرْفَعُ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ وَالَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ دَرَجَاتٍ. The people who have knowledge, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala raised them in the day of the judgment. And Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, I was sent as a teacher. And if you see, when the kids go back to school, the first thing to see around the table is a book, and in front of them is a teacher. And that's exactly the purpose of life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created the humanity, He sent them books and He sent them teachers to teach these books. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He sent Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to the entire humanity with one book, is the Quran al-Kareem, and Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the teacher. From that time, the teaching and the education is a must on every Muslim. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said in one of the ahadith, al-ilmu faridatun ala kulli Muslim. It's a must to send your kids to get knowledge on every child and every Muslim. There is another hadith of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, man salaka tariqan yaltamisu fihi ilman sahhala Allahu bihi tariqan ila al-jannah. The science and the ilm will take you to Jannah. And if you see the Quran al-Kareem is full of tips, is full of hints that everybody can explore the Quran al-Kareem, and doesn't matter, you are a doctor, you can use the Quran al-Kareem to extract some theories of medicine. If you are a geologist, you can extract something from the Quran al-Kareem to prove some Islamic theory. So the Quran al-Kareem, it's a book, it's a science, It's a book of guidance, and also it's a book where all the signs come in within the Mus'haf. In an ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. There is a big difference between people who know and people who don't know. And in order to reach the level of the people they know, you have to go through the education process. إن الله وملائكته وأهل السماوات والأرض حتى النملة في حجرها تدعو إلى طالب العلم. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, even the ant and the fish in the sea, they are making dua for the people who are seeking knowledge. Seeking knowledge in Islam is not something that we have to put it on the side. Seeking knowledge for our kids, for our community, it should be a must. And as a parent, we should make a big effort to make sure that our kids are well educated. That our kids, they have some aims, they have some objective. So as a parent, you have to sit with your kids and you have to set some expectation for them. And you have to teach them the plan and the objectives and how to reach this expectation. As a teachers, which they have the big effort and the big responsibility to teach our kids the manners, to teach our kids how to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to teach our kids the salat, to teach our kids the halal and the haram. I want to just tell you a small story that what is the impact of the teachers on the kids. There is one student, he was graduating from PhD, and he was asked, what makes your life turn around and you got this high degree? And he was telling his story that when he was at the primary school, one day the main teacher, he was absent, he didn't come, and they replaced him with the sub-teacher. They replaced him with the sub-teacher for almost a semester. And the first day, the sub-teacher, he asked the kids, he asked them a question. And nobody answered that question, and then he assigned to the kid on the back, he told him, go ahead and answer the question. So before answering the question, all the kids, they start laughing. And then the teacher, he's a sub-teacher, he's new, he said, what's wrong with this class? Why everybody is laughing? After the break, he called that little kids and he took him to his office and he told him, what happened? Why the kids, they were laughing when I asked you to answer the question? So these little kids, he told him, oh teacher, our previous teacher, he used to make fun on me when I answer a question, and sometimes the question is hard and I answered wrong. He used to make fun on me and in front of the kids. So that sub-teacher, he learned the lesson that this kid is like humiliated in front of his peers. So he told him, look, let's have a plan. I'm going to give you ahead of time the question and the answer. So, and tomorrow I'm going to ask the question and raise your hand and answer the question based on the answer that I gave you. So the next day, the teacher, he asked question, and the kid, he raised his hand and he answered. And then third day, and the week after that, the kid himself, he started making an effort. He started reading more in order to give back to his teacher what he helped him to build confidence. He built that confidence in a way that he wanted to do an effort by himself. And then guess what? He ended up the first in his class by the end of the year. So the role of the teacher is to uplift the kids, not to embarrass him. The role of the teacher is to teach the kids how to have a confidence. When the kids, they have a confidence, they can give a lot and they can make an effort. That's the role of the teacher. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, like we said, he was a teacher. He never embarrassed his Sahaba when they asked him a question. So he was the teacher and he was the one who teach them the manners, and he was the one who teach them the knowledge, and he was the one who teach them how to make muraqabah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The role of the teacher in Islam, there is a wisdom that it says, كاد المعلم أن يكون رسولا. Almost the teacher, he was about to be a messenger. That's the value of the teacher in Islam. We have to, as a community, we have to value the teachers. We have to ask the kids to respect the teacher in order to get the knowledge. And in the same time, the teachers, they have to behave also. They should not be at the top level and the kids at the low level. The kids, they learn from teachers' manners and from teachers' akhlaq and from teachers' adab more than they learn from anybody else. You know why? It's very easy. The kids, they are spending 8 hours with the teachers and they are spending few hours with their parent. This doesn't mean that we say that the parent, they don't have a responsibility. The parent, they have a responsibility too. The community, they have a responsibility too. If all of us, we engage in teaching our kids, if all of us, we bring the right tools and the right teachers to teach our kids, believe me, we can make a difference. We can make a difference. I know some brothers here, they are doctors. Why? Because they make an effort. Because they make an effort. And the good news is what? They're still praying, they're still fasting, they're still giving money to the Muslim, they're still helping Muslim around. The teaching and being famous in the Muslim doesn't mean that you lose your taqwa or you lose your being humble or you lose your humility with the Muslim. You still have the same values that will impact the doctors, the same values that will impact the farmers, the same values that will impact the taxi drivers. All of us, we are brothers. All of us, we are here to teach. All of us, we have an objective to teach our kids and to make our kids the best of the best. استغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو استغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ولا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. يقول الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا مات الإنسان انقطع عمله إلا من ثلاث. Once we depart from this life, our a'mal is set except from 3 things. One of these 3 things is وَلَدٌ صَالِحٌ يَدْعُو لَهُ. If you leave a good son behind you that makes dua for you, believe me, you lived a treasure, because he makes dua for you, and any good action, any good that he did in his life will reach you in your grave. So you have to make sure that you leave some people behind you, some people behind you that make dua for you. And in order to make that child as a good child that he will make dua for you, you have to make an effort. It's not easy, but you have to make an effort. While the kids, they have to be also passionate about learning. I'll tell you a story about Abu Huraira, about Al-Bukhari. Al-Bukhari, he was learning from his teacher the ahadith. And one day, Al-Bukhari, his pen is broken. So he was taking note from his teacher and his pen was broken. So he doesn't want to lose any word, to take any note. So he started talking to his peers around. Can somebody sell me a pen? I am in hurry, please sell me a pen. I'll give him a piece of gold. So everybody throw his pen to him to get the gold, and he get the pen to write down what his teacher is saying. So the kids, the student, they should be passionate to learn. What is the role of the parent? Is to engage them in that. Is to make the environment for learning for them easy. Nowadays, There are a lot of things that they want to take away the kids from the parent, and they want to take away the kids from learning, the real learning. So there is Pokemon Go, there is Minecraft, there is this and this. So watch out. Watch out what your kids are watching. I'm not saying that this is haram, but I'm saying that try to make schedule for your kids. Time for the Quran, time for the homework, time for distraction, whatever kind of halal distraction. But in the same time, you have to make sure that nobody will take your kids from you. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, he said, أشغلوهم في الخير قبل أن يشتغلوا في الشر. Keep them busy with the good before they will be busy with something that is bad. This is nature, we like it or not. If you give freedom to the kids, they will go to the TV. They will go to Pokemon Go. They will go to Minecraft. They will go to any computer game. So as a parent, we are responsible where our kids, what are our kids, what they are doing at home, what they are doing at their free time. Engage them in the real games. Engage them in soccer. Engage them in basketball. Engage them in cricket. We have here everything is available for the kids. So there is no excuse that your kids will go and will publish their mind and will fill their brain with something that is really is not good at the long time. And there is another short story. I think we are in hurry. One of the Andalus, you know the Andalus? One of the students, he went from Andalus to Al-Madinah to learn. And one day, all the kids, they were learning in front of their sheikh. And one of the kids, he said, oh, there's an elephant outside. It's like nowadays, you take the kids to the zoo. All these students, they run away from the teacher to see the elephant. Except his name is Yahya al-Andalusi. He sat with his teacher, and even his teacher, who was amazed, he said, go outside, look for the elephant. And guess what? He told him, I didn't travel from Andalus to Medina to go and look for the elephant. So he has a focus. He has a focus to learn. He has a focus, he has an objective, he has a plan in his mind, and he doesn't want distraction. Distraction from TV or distraction from any others. One of the tips that I want to give to my brothers and sisters, if they are listening to me, is these tips is the security of the kids. So make sure that when you are driving your kids to the school, make sure to teach them some dua in the way. Make sure to make them listen to the Quran. Make sure to make them make dhikr. Ask them if they know something. Tell them story from the Quran. That's one. Two is make sure that the kids, they have very nice breakfast. Sometimes the parent, they are in hurry mood, and the kids there and they don't go. So it's better for the kids to be late, but it's a must for them to have a good breakfast. Because a good breakfast will keep their eyes open, will keep their mind open to learn from the teachers. Also some guidance about, this is guidance from the police department that I want to just read these tips for the parent. We know that some parents, they drive their kids. Make sure that to follow the rules of the driving. I want to read for you this extract from the police department website. Ready or not, here it comes. The new school year has arrived, which means it is time for families to return to the school routines. As you buy the last of your school supplies and prepare to meet the teachers, the Irving Police Department give you these few tips. Keep an eye out for the school zone and crossing guard. You know there are guards around, so keep an eye on this. Follow the speed limit. Put your phone away while you are driving, especially in the school zone. As a citizen, we have to go by the rule. جزاكم الله خير. اللهم نسألك الخير كله ونعوذ بك من الشر كله. نسألك رضاك والجنة ونعوذ بك من سخطك والنار. اللهم من أحييته منا فأحيي على الإيمان ومن أمته منا فأمته على الإسلام. اللهم انصر الإسلام والمسلمين. اللهم اشف مرضانا وارحم موتانا. اللهم اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وإلى كافة المسلمين. نسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل. ونعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد وأقم الصلاة.
فلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
بسم الله. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله الله أكبر. الله أكبر.